Hey church fam, Chris here, coming at you from Taiwan. So excited that I can take a few minutes to share an update with you about how things are going here in Taiwan. It's been a busy spring for us. We're so excited that God is doing these wonderful, amazing things. It's been busy because Taiwan in general has done really well with the virus stuff, and so we haven't had to go on lockdown, and life has been in some ways kind of normal. Even though there are many people that have been struggling with feeling a lack of hope and sensing that they don't know what the future holds, we're able to still get together with friends and able to share God's goodness and God's love with people around us. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for your partnership in the gospel as well. Because you pray and because you give and because you go, because you are missionally minded, because you're standing firm in the midst of this craziness of the season that we're in, God is moving forward and people are hearing the good news all around the world. But there's still unfinished business. It reminds me of a run that I was on a few days ago. I normally like to run a few mornings a week, and I usually go about 6 or 7 kilometers, maybe 3 miles, 4 miles, somewhere in there. And it was during this run that I hit almost every single red light. It was to the point where it was even kind of comical. As I would run a block and then hit a red light and have to stop and then run another block, it felt like almost every single red light on my short 40-minute run was consumed with stopping. It drives me nuts. And it can feel that way in our lives too, right? We sometimes hit a roadblock. We sometimes hit a red light. We sometimes hit a stop. Maybe for some of you, it's been a stop. You have had to stop work, or you've had to stop having some of the freedoms that you had. You've lost out on some of the things. It's felt like a red light. As I was getting to the end of the run, I decided this just isn't normal. It's never this many red lights, and why would it be different today? And so I started asking God, is there a reason why on this run I've been getting so many red lights? And I felt like God responded and said that those red lights are the stopping and going of life that happens to me, that a lot of times I change directions or something new comes up. It's an ongoing struggle here in our ministry with a lot of turnover of staff in our team, a lot of change in the ministry, new ideas coming, old ideas, having to decide, are we going to keep going with them or are we going to lay them down? And it's in the middle of that God reminded me that He's faithful, and in some ways that's the way He created me. He's uniquely created me specifically to be a part of what we're doing here. That's such a comforting word to remember, that God's got it. He got it figured out. He's not surprised by the things that we're struggling with in life. He's not overwhelmed by it. In fact, He's got it. He's got it. And if He's got it for me, that means He's got it for you as well. God provides for us in amazing ways. Here's one small example recently. Our cafe sales have been struggling because people have been staying inside more due to the virus. In some places we've seen that the sales have been cut in half of what they normally are for this time of year. And we're struggling with this, and we began praying and asking God for wisdom and insight. And shortly after that, I got one person from a semi-famous band in this city come and ask us if they could use our space to record a video that they wanted to do. And they rented it for a day, paying double what our normal, actually almost triple what our normal day of sales has been during the virus. So in this one short amount of time, we were able to get some more financial income that we needed and reach out to another group of people that maybe don't know about our cafe yet. How cool is that? And then shortly after that, another lady sent me a message and asked if she could buy 40 pizzas to hand out to homeless people. Oh my goodness. That's just incredible. God is providing in ways that are beyond what we could ask for or imagine. It gets me really excited thinking about how God has uniquely positioned us. And like Peter says, All we have to do is look around and realize that we've already been given everything we need for life and godliness. So I'm sitting here in the cafe today, and we'll get everything started soon. It's another new day, but I want to ask you to pray for what's going on here. I've got a lot of friends right now who are struggling with a lack of hope, a lot of friends who are in need of the gospel. Taiwan still only has maybe 3 to 5%, depending on who you ask, are Christian around this entire nation of 23 million people. And so we're here for a reason. We're uniquely positioned, just like you are in your context. And so I want to pray for you, and I want to also ask you to pray for us here in Taiwan. There are a few things specifically. Right now we're working on kind of reorienting our cafe a little bit and trying to decide what are the most effective ways to help people smell the aroma of Christ. Does that include the sales of coffee every day and creating a comfortable environment for people to come and to be? Does that include some classes that we can offer, or some teachings and trainings, different events? What does that exactly look like? And so we need your prayers to partner with us in this. We need your support. Without this partnership in the gospel, we just can't move forward. So pray for that in the cafe. Right now in the church, we're coming back to being able to meet together. That was one of the things that did change a little bit during the coronavirus. So if things are staying the way they are, we'll be able to start meeting again soon. And it's during this time that we really want to capitalize on building those discipleship relationships again, re-engaging with people that maybe we haven't seen as much recently because of the virus. Let's have everybody come out, and we're excited about what God might want to do through that. The third thing is that our teams that normally come during the summer, mostly from the States, have had to cancel all of the trips because of the virus. And so knowing that, we're struggling with how do we do some of the ministry that we partner with those teams to do, maybe even without the teams this year, but also how do we handle some of the financial burden that is shifting because those teams are not able to participate in the ministry here in the way that they normally do. So we'd love for you to pray for us with that. God bless you. Thank you so much. And just remember, even if you hit a red light in life, even if you have a certain situation that you're struggling with, don't forget that God is with you, and God uniquely chose you to face and to win in this situation. God bless you.